into the world of software engineering, it's always dynamic, isn't
We're
it?
always changing.
We're looking at how the job market is shifting and what it actually takes to land those roles now.
That's right. And we've got some interesting angles, everything from, AI's impact on coding itself.
Which is huge.
Huge, yeah. Right down to the kind of surprising power of just a good follow-up email after an interview.
Okay.
So it's really about staying competitive, staying ahead in a field that just doesn't sit still.
All right, let's unpack that.
Yeah.
Our sources, they're suggesting that the gold rush phase for software engineers,
Yeah, the crazy salaries and constant hiring.
pretty much over. Salaries are leveling out. The market feels a bit more mature.
Stabilizing, yeah. But the really big shift, the one everyone's talking about, is AI.
Right. It's fundamentally changing how code gets written. We're seeing this rise of vibe coding. That was Andrej Karpathy's term.
Yes, from OpenAI. And vibe coding, it basically means engineers might spend, way less time on the repetitive stuff, the boilerplate.
So what does that look like? Like you just talk to the computer?
Sort of. You use natural language prompts, tools like ChatGPT or GitHub Copilot, and they generate a lot of the code.
Yeah.
Your job then shifts. It's less about typing every semicolon and more about, defining the problem really clearly.
Prompt engineering almost.
Exactly. Prompt engineering, architectural design, figuring out how to debug what the AI spits out.
Which can be tricky.
Oh, definitely. And making sure it's efficient, ethical, all of that. You're orchestrating the AI, not just writing code line by line.
That's a really important distinction. So if AI handles more of the, let's say, the basic coding, does that mean the human element in the interview gets even more critical? Those softer skills?
Absolutely. The sources point that way. You still need the fundamentals, right? Data structures, algorithms. You have to understand why the AI did what it did or how to make it better.
Sure.
But cracking the interview now isn't just coding puzzles. Companies are looking at the whole package. Can you communicate clearly? How do you actually approach solving a problem?
Your thought process.
Your thought process, exactly. Technical competence overall. And testing, can you validate the code, AI generated or not?
And for those coding parts, things like visualizing the problem, breaking it down.
Still key. Breaking it down, using the right tools like hash maps or graphs when appropriate, that's all still crucial. But now maybe the challenge is, here's some AI code, how would you improve it, or where might this fail?
Right, makes sense. And then there's the behavioral side, sometimes overlooked.
Often overlooked, but just as vital. Our sources really hammer this home. Use structured methods. The STAR method is the classic one.
Situation, task, action, result.
Exactly. Use that to clearly explain your past experiences. But the key is how you use it.
Go beyond just listing facts.
Yes. Don't just say what you did. Explain why you made certain choices. Show your judgment, your thinking under pressure. That's what they want to see.
And fascinatingly, the interview isn't really over when they stop asking questions.
No, absolutely not. The questions you ask back at the end, that's a golden opportunity. It's predictable. You know it's coming.
But people don't always leverage it well.
They don't. Ask something insightful. Go beyond what's a typical day like. Ask about specific technical hurdles they're facing or team dynamics or even, what's the most frustrating thing about working on this project?
Shows genuine interest.
And foresight.
Yeah.
And that attention to detail carries over after the interview, too.
The follow-up email. Can that really make a difference? Seems like a small thing.
It can apparently tip the scale. We saw this great example. A Reddit user posted about it. They'd been job hunting for 16 months, sent a very specific, thoughtful thank you email after an interview.
Specific how?
Mentioned actual details they discussed, showed they were really listening, really engaged.
Okay.
Got the job offer 20 minutes later. 20 minutes. It wasn't just a generic thanks for your time. It showed that extra level of care.
Wow. Okay, that's compelling.
So this all leads to a pretty fundamental question, doesn't it? In a world where AI can do this vibe coding, automate chunks of the work, what's left for humans?
What's our unique value?
Exactly. Beyond just executing the technical task, what defines the next generation of successful software engineers? It seems like it's leaning towards problem definition, validation, creativity, those uniquely human skills.
Definitely a lot to think about there, especially as you're planning your career or maybe looking for that next role. Understanding these shifts, preparing strategically, it really could make all the difference.
Yeah, we hope this deep dive gives you some good pointers, helps you not just, keep up, but really thrive in this tech landscape as it keeps evolving.